All right, so now we're going to make this create account work. So first we'll make a controller, PHP artisan make controller, and it's going to be in the authentication folder, and we'll call it create account controller. Okay, and there's our new controller. We're going to put two functions in here, create and store. Create is going to bring up our create account page, and store is actually going to store the new data from it. First we'll work on the create function. We'll create a new route in web.php. I'm going to put all my auth routes together. So route, get, create account, and we're going to reference our new controller, so create account controller, class, and we said it's going to be create, the create function. And we have to import that controller. Just copy this, create account controller, save that, and we'll go back to the controller and render the page. So we'll say return Inertia, and we're going to put this new page in the authentication folder. So authentication / we're going to call it create account, and the .view is implied there. So save that, and let's go and create this page. Authentication, create account, .view, and we have to add the template to get rid of that message. Save. And I'll just add some basic code so we can make sure it's connecting. So we're going to say create account, but we have to give it a class for it to show up. So we'll say div class, and we'll give it our auth container class. So now we're going to add the link here. So if we click on it, it'll actually bring up that page. So we'll go to header.view, and where it says create account, we'll put a link around it. href equals / create account, our new route, and then / link. Okay, and let's see if that link is working. Create account, there we go. It's connecting properly. We'll just make this tab label say create account there. So script setup, and we have to import head from Inertia. And then we can say head title equals create account. And if I save it, we should see this tab label change. So I'll save. There we go. Okay, so let's set up the structure. We're going to need a form, and we'll ask for the user's name and email, and we'll ask them to give us a new password. So we're going to say label, name, and we'll do the input, type equals text, and we'll wrap that in a div, and we'll do the email, label email, input type equals text, and we'll do the password, another div, label, password, input type equals password, and again we're going to say autocomplete equals new password. If we don't say autocomplete equals new password, it's going to autocomplete it all the time, and that's the old way of doing things. And we'll have a submit button. It's going to say create account, and we're also going to say I already have an account, and there will be a link to sign in. So div, already have account, and here's the link to /login, and we'll give it the class of link. It's going to say sign in. And we have to import link from Inertia. Save that. There we go. Let's make sure this is working. Yep. Brings us to the sign in page. And let's get this create account link working. Right now it doesn't do anything. So we've already got link imported. And we'll change this span to a link. Link href equals /create account. And that works now. And we'll just style this a bit. We'll put some space between things. So we'll give a padding bottom. Also to the email. Give a bit more to the password. And we'll give a padding top to this one. Save. Okay, there's some nice space. And we'll give the button a class of button. We've already styled the button in our CSS file, buttons.css. So if I save that, there, that looks better. And if we give a width to these labels, it'll straighten these guys out. We've already got some classes in authentication. So we have auth label and auth input. So alt click, class equals auth label, and these inputs, class equals auth input. Save. There. That's nice. And we can add the password I as before. So import password I from password I.view. And we have to say const show password equals ref false. We have to import ref from view. Now we can bring in that component after the password input. Password I. And we say show equals show password at toggle equals show password. Gotta switch it between true and false. And we have to conditionally change the type, so it'll be password or text. And to do that, we'll say colon type equals show password question mark text. So if show password is true, it'll be text. Otherwise, it'll be password. Save that. There's our password I. Right now we shouldn't see the password. Good. There. Password I is working. Sweet. But clicking create account doesn't do anything yet. So we'll add the submit functionality. We're going to use Inertia's form to submit it. So we'll add use form here. And we'll say const form equals use form. So name, initial value is empty, email, same, password. And we'll connect this form to our inputs. So this input is vmodel, form.name. This one is vmodel, form.email. And this input is vmodel, form.password. And now we'll create our function that will submit this data. We'll call it const create account, arrow function, form.post 2/create account. And we'll call create account in the form up here. So at submit dot prevent equals create account. But we haven't created the post route for this yet. So go to web.php, route post to create account, and we'll use the create account controller again. And this time we'll use the store function. And let's go write that store function. First we have to import a couple of things at the top. We have to import auth here, the auth library, and we also have to use our user model. And in our store function, we're going to say user equals user make. We're going to validate it. Name is going to be required. Email is going to be required. It's got to be in the email format. And it's also got to be unique. And password, we're going to say is required. And a minimum of 8 characters. And we say user save. And we'll say auth login user. That way, after a user creates an account, they don't have to log in. They're automatically logged in. And once this is done, we're going to redirect to the home page. So return, redirect to / save. All right, you ready? Let's try making an account. Let's see if it works. Let's say Caramel the cat. Email caramel@email.com. Password is password. Create account. Look at that! Hello, Caramel the cat! And it brings us to this page, but there's no data yet. Let's go look at the users. And we have a new user in the users table. Yay! Now if you notice here, password, we entered it as password, but it's automatically encrypted, so that's cool. So let's log out. So phew, we have create account working. One thing we haven't done yet with either sign in or create account is form validation. So if we enter some bad data, it doesn't do anything. Create account doesn't do anything. There's no messages. If we enter incorrect data, Yahoo, hey, hi, create. It doesn't do anything, but it doesn't tell us why. So that's what we'll do next. We'll get these forms validated. And I'll just push this to GitHub. And it's there. All right. So see you in the next video.